Hello Bloomies! Welcome back to Integrated Atelier. I'm Vinna. This week, I'm sharing two studies of a flower painting by Heem, a 17th century Dutch old master known for Vanitas and pronkstilleven paintings. The painting you are looking at became the background for my Integration Still Life series, along with the installation I created. From this setup, I've been developing oil paintings and graphite drawings through observation. This study was actually the starting point of that process, an important step for me to understand how these classical floral compositions hold so much weight, especially in paintings from that period. For this study, I approached the same image in two different ways, first with gouache and then with ink. I started with gouache, which was my first time using this medium. At the time, I was very used to watercolor, so I naturally approached it in the same way, layering slowly, building up translucency. But gouache behaves differently. It has more body, more opacity, and it asks for a slightly different kind of decision making. Even though I didn't finish the entire painting, I think the result holds something. If I had continued, it might have reached a more complete, refined state, but I stopped halfway. And sometimes that's where the shift begins. Instead of finishing it, I moved into a different approach, the same subject, but a different language. So for this part, I used ink, working with a wet on wet approach, not fully committed, somewhere between control and letting go. The forms started to loosen, and the structure became something I had to rediscover rather than carefully replicate. The drawing turned out darker than I expected, but when I think about these old master paintings, especially within Vanitas traditions, darkness is a part of their presence. It's not just visual, it carries time, weight, and stillness. Using two different mediums changed how I understood the same image. Gouache was closer to observation, trying to stay near the original. Ink moved further away towards interpretation. And somewhere between the two, I started to see how this study could exist inside my own work. This process is less about copying a painting and more about translating it into something that can leave a different context. From a historical image into a contemporary structure. From observation into integration. Thank you for being here. I will see you next Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.